I'm Abbey. Welcome to Abbey's Kitchen. With my baby finally ready to eat real food and not just mama's milk, I've partnered with Baby Gourmet, who sponsored this video, to help you navigate all of this overwhelming information about baby food. And it's me again, Debbie. As a health fanatic, I've been getting super anxious about the thought of feeding baby D solids. I mean, there are just so many toxins in our food system. I can't bear the idea of anything unclean even gracing baby's lips. Lucky for you, I've been reading a lot of threads on my mom groups and mom blogs to help figure out what's best for babe. Oh, no need to be anxious, Deb, but I am eager to hear about your plan. Tell me a little bit about what you've read on Dr. Google. Well, first of all, my baby's not even going to touch that infant cereal my doctor recommended as a first food. I'm planning to do baby-led weaning, where I let baby take the lead with whole, non-toxic foods, not some man-made nutrient-void carbs. I mean, I don't eat carbs. Why should baby D? That stuff is so bad, I might as well be feeding my kid boxed mac and cheese. Those are some pretty strong words, Deb, so I feel the need to set the record straight. There are a lot of great different options for baby's first food, and iron-fortified infant cereal is one of them. It's easy to prepare, it's safe for baby, and it's high in iron, which babies have elevated needs for after 6 months. But what about the arsenic? I've heard that those rice-based cereals are loaded with toxic levels. And Abbey, arsenic is a known carcinogen linked with cardiovascular, metabolic, immune, and respiratory related conditions. And I've heard there's some research that has found higher levels in babies who are regularly fed rice-based infant cereal. So what's the deal? There's no need to panic, but definitely something you want to be aware of. Rice-containing foods like infant rice cereal do contain arsenic, as well as other metals like cadmium and mercury. In fact, believe it or not, brown rice actually has higher concentrations than white. Having said that, an occasional serving is really nothing to worry about, especially because it's a nutritious and accessible source of fortified iron. But if you're choosing fortified infant cereal and you're not into the rice, my go-to is Baby Gourmet's Ancient Grains blend. These are made with organic whole grains like amaranth, millet, buckwheat, and quinoa with no added sugar or dairy. They also have 2 oat-based infant cereals, banana raisin oatmeal and apple spinach oatmeal. Good to know about the cereal, but what about fruits and veggies? I mean, I hate the idea of feeding my baby store-bought baby purees that are loaded with all this salt, sugar, and preservatives. I mean, this is why I was thinking about baby-led weaning. Incorporating what you're eating into baby's diet is always a great idea, but store-bought baby purees can be a convenient and comparable choice for busy families on the go. You just want to make sure that you check labels and choose the options with the simplest ingredient lists. I'm a big fan of Baby Gourmet's simple purees because they've got no fillers or thickeners and no added sugars, just tasty combinations of real veggies and fruit. Well, I was all into this baby-led weaning thing, but I'm starting to not mind the idea of offering baby D a few baby purees. But wait a second, I heard it was impossible to do both at the same time. Like with my diet, it's all or nothing, right? You actually can combine baby-led weaning and traditional spoon feeding. The beauty of baby-led weaning is that it gets baby used to a variety of textures, and purees are just another texture for baby to explore. I recommend doing a combination, offering some soft finger foods as well as some purees. So that way baby can learn how to feed herself, as well as learn those really important oral motor skills like chewing, and those fine motor skills like picking up foods, as well as how to eat from a spoon. You can also just hand them a pouch and let them learn how to bring that food to their mouth to eat. It should all be baby-led, whether it's letting baby eat soft finger foods or feeding from a spoon or pouch. Like any diet, it does not need to be all or nothing here, so it's really about letting baby take the lead to see what works best for her. Well, that's reassuring, but what about allergens? I mean, I don't want my baby to have to carry around an EpiPen in her purse for her whole life. I mean, isn't it true that you're supposed to steer clear of the top allergens for at least the first year of life? I get it can be really scary when you're introducing one of the top food allergens to baby for the first time, including peanuts, egg, milk, tree nuts, soy, sesame, wheat, fish, or seafood. Just the thought of having to deal with a serious allergic reaction can be traumatizing for a lot of us new moms. But the research and the recommendation is to ensure that all the top allergy-causing foods are introduced, ideally around the 6-month mark, but no later than 12 months. This is really the sweet spot where we see the lowest risk of food allergies. When you introduce them, it's best to give just one highly allergenic food at a time, repeating for 1 or 2 more days in a row to monitor for any reaction before you move on to the next highly allergenic food. This just makes it a lot easier for you to spot and isolate the offending foods fast. Well, that makes sense with allergens, but what about everything else? I heard that babies can only eat one food at a time. It's like that mono diet I was on in high school where you only ate bananas to lose weight. I lost like 10 pounds in a week. It was great. I bet my baby also needs to be on a mono diet, right? No, Debbie, definitely no. You nor your baby will thrive eating the same thing every day forever. And aside from that allergy protocol I just talked about, you don't have to separate foods at every single meal. Like adults, babies love a variety of flavors and textures, sometimes separated out and sometimes together. So experiment to see what works best for your babe, and don't feel like it always needs to be served plain or all on its own. So if you're serving salmon, it absolutely can be brushed with some olive oil and topped with herbs, garlic, and lemon. Or if you're mashing up some broccoli, you can totally throw in a sweet potato. I know Baby Gourmet also has a wide range of really creative puree combinations that babies totally love. The only thing that you want to be mindful of is that babies should not have added sugar or salt. But otherwise, feel free to do what works best for you and works best for babe. There really is no right or wrong way to do it. I'm sure it's going to be a learning process for both of you. Well, that's definitely food for thought. I'm probably going to stick to my all banana diet this week, but I'll try to switch things up for baby D when she starts solids this month. Well, we're going to have to tackle your eating another day, Deb, but I'm glad to hear that we cleared things up for baby's first bites. A big thank you again to Baby Gourmet for sponsoring this video. If you like it, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below with some of your burning questions about feeding baby. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!